Welcome to Life, Raw, Real, and Uncut. I'm Jen, and I'm here with my husband Dan. We are here to take you along our perfectly imperfect journey of life. We are both fully involved parents of 2 young kids and manage multiple businesses. This is our story on how we juggle family, business, and everything in between. Raw, real, and uncut.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. Episode 3. Coming in hot with episode 3.
Right?
So,
yeah,
we decided to switch things up. I'm doing the intro. Apparently, Jen's got some kind of major sore throat thing going on, so she asked me to take the lead tonight. Isn't that right?
Babe, major sore throat is not what I said.
What did you say?
I woke up with
so your throat was dry.
Yeah, my throat was dry this morning.
Yeah, that's a sore throat.
I clearly was sleeping with my mouth open or something, or maybe we need to change the air filter. I don't know.
Well, we definitely do.
Okay.
But besides that, I mean, you're sure it's just dry.
It's just dry. It's okay. I'm telling
you. Have no...
Everyone, I promise
no
you.
other symptoms with that? No headaches? No dry eyes? No nothing?
No.
It's just a dry throat.
Dry throat. I sound great. I sound great. There's nothing wrong.
Okay, well, you may want to get looked at.
I don't know.
Or, you know.
I don't know. Go on,
All right,
Dan.
so anyways, thanks again, everyone. Back with episode 3.
Yes.
We're excited.
Yeah.
I mean, these weeks are coming up fast, right?
We're moving and grooving, and before we know it, we're like, oh, snap, we got to, get back on.
But they are coming up fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we thought at first we'd be doing... After the first 2, we knocked them out, and then we were like, you know what? Or I was like...
I was going to say, wait.
What? We can knock out, 2 of these a night, maybe 2 a week, 3. Why are we just doing 1?
We, as a lot of people, and I will tell you right now, I was like, no, babe, 1 a week.
Right, and then here we are now, a day before, trying to get this thing in.
Okay, it's only a day before, because initially, our initial date to record it, our time block day to record this is... on Wednesdays. That is our time block.
Ideal.
So we couldn't record this Wednesday. Why?
I wasn't feeling great.
All right, he wasn't feeling great. So
we had plenty of days, a buffer in between that.
We postponed it, and here we are.
I am better now.
Yeah, he's great. He's perfectly great. We'll talk about that later.
But besides the sore throat, how are you? Or dry throat, how are you feeling?
Dry throat, I'm great. I drank a glass of water right after I woke up. And
Is that what Google said to do?
Yeah, no, it was instinct, babe. I drank some water.
You're lucky if that's all Google says to take a drink of water and you'll be fine.
Yeah, this
I would have looked it up for you.
You
would
have looked it up. That. I did not look it up.
But besides that, I'm feeling good. You're feeling good.
What's that saying? Fit as a fiddle? We're feeling great. Okay, the Konikoffs are vibing and thriving.
I'm just feeling good because I'm smelling good right now because I grabbed this shirt out of the dryer.
Of course.
That's the best time to grab a shirt. I mean, there's nothing better than grabbing a shirt fresh out of the dryer. It smells good. You're feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I could live out of the dryer.
He could.
I prefer to. It's one less step. That I try to get my clothes that last load where that one's going to stay. Where there's not a backup in the wash where that has to come out for the new clothes to go in. But
I can't keep up with.
I just don't know why they don't always stay smelling good.
I know. No, actually, it's a really good point. I don't know. I feel like.
I mean, I would just leave them in the dryer, keep them. It's like an airlock. It smells good. Leave it at that.
Well, I try. I do. I even play around with the amount of sheets that they're
fabric softener. Sheets. Do you use the same detergent and it's got to be the same brand of fabric softener?
We tried that. I don't know.
It doesn't work.
What the heck do you guys do? Because the long-lasting
How do you keep your clothes smelling good? Like this, right now. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want to wear all my clothes
over
right
here
now.
Sniffing himself.
I want to wear them all right now.
Stop. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
But don't worry, all the other clothes are still in the dryer. I didn't take them out.
Laundry sucks.
They're still in there.
I actually
smelling good.
I gotta tell you guys, I called. Our first episode was about asking for help, and we just have a lot on our plate. And I called my grandma. I'm like, Grandma, Wendy's, Grandma. I would love. You're always. She always offers help, and she was always pushing for it. And I'm always like, no, I got this. But I've been really behind on a lot of things.
And I was talking to her, and I was like, you know what, Grandma, I can use some help. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll come. I'm like, I'll pick you up, whatever. Stay. And that's exactly what we did. And she was so happy, and I'm so happy because the help and the kids get to hang out with Wellies. So like super a good win. And Grandma's gonna help me with that laundry. Maybe she has a trick. Maybe Wellies has a trick for us. I'm sure she does, actually.
Well, that's great. That's amazing. I love that.
You're welcome.
And there might be some good meals waiting too. Also, I kind of can't wait for that.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that the food is, the ingredients are in the fridge. Is yo girl?
We know we're definitely always eating good when Grandma's around.
When Grandma's around, we eat very well. I am a terrible chef, so don't expect things from me. I burn everything.
Right, but anyways, episode 3. Here we are, third week. Being consistent, right? That's what we talked about. We got to be consistent, and we're really trying hard to hold ourselves to it.
Accountability.
We're doing a good job at least 3 weeks in.
Yes.
We're strong.
Yes, 3 weeks in, we are crushing it.
And if anyone can't notice the detail here of this episode, if you've been watching, I can't help but notice the brand new camera on top that I'm looking at. That I'm going to look at this other camera now. Daniel. It doesn't look like the same camera. I know you told me the other day that, I got a surprise for the next episode. I'm like, oh, cool. You got some good ideas, maybe, whatever. So I come home and there's Amazon boxes at the front door. Yeah. But I think nothing of that because that's just normal now. I don't know if anyone else, but I'm just thinking, we're just getting free gifts all over the place because I don't order any of this stuff. I don't know where it all comes from. So there's boxes by the front door.
Listen, Dan, listen.
Now here we are. A nice camera.
It's a beautiful camera.
We're doing good. We better keep these episodes up to keep affording this.
Dan,
apparently.
Your face is looking extra gorgeous. Right, babes? Right,
really see the detail.
Yeah. You're welcome. Great. The camera's great. All right. The camera's great. And you're welcome. There we are.
We're upgrading. We're trying to be up to par here.
Hopefully the sound's great because...
Oh, yeah. There better be audio.
Otherwise, we will have to get another situation.
Can't deal with more audio.
I know. Audio is tough. So
soon enough we'll have our headphones. We'll be able to tell these things.
Yeah.
Probably by next week.
Baby steps, people.
If I'm not mistaken, probably by next week.
No, stop it.
Maybe not.
All right.
But anyways, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so episode 3.
I have no clue. This is news to me.
Oh, it's not news to you, but I cannot wait to dive into this because this is a topic that I feel like
everybody's gonna learn something today.
Yeah, learn. Lots of learning. So this is a topic that
you cancel your insurance after this episode.
It is so deep rooted in this household, and I know there has to be other households that are just feeling this, right?
I hope so.
For Dan's sake, we really hope so. Yeah. So today's episode is self-diagnosis with Dr. Dan. Self-diagnosis with Dr. Dan.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. Dan, why in the heck would we name today's episode Self-Diagnosis with Dr. Dan?
I just feel like it's a normal thing, just like your dry throat. I can't believe you didn't automatically go to Google and find out what the heck's going on. That's my first thing. I'm like, here we go. What are we dealing with today?
I know. That's your first step. That's your first initial step.
I think it's a lot of people's first step.
Okay, so Google or WebMD, sure.
I don't do WebMD. There's no reason for that anymore. You just go Google, you start typing it in, that thing pops up right away. As soon as you get those few letters in, there it is. Yup, that's me. Boom.
Well, the worst is when you start typing, right? And then the rest of your question.
Well, it almost makes you feel good when it comes up. Because if it doesn't come up, now you're like, oh my God, I'm the only one thinking this.
Yeah. I'm the only one. At least if
a few things pop up, you're like, oh, good, here we go.
Yeah.
We got some takers here, some customers.
I guess. We're just so different on that.
It's one of those things you want to see what it says, but you also don't,
Yeah.
Because right away you're like, this can't be good. Nothing good's going to come up. They're going to be like, that's great that you have these side pains. They're amazing. Don't worry about it. Just go on with your life. That's what you want to see, but that's not what's going to come up.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the word side pain.
Well, that's the thing. You tell me not to do it.
I know.
Because I'm constantly asking you, I wake up and I'm brushing my teeth or something and I'm I'm like, why does this side of my neck look a little different than that side of my neck? And Jen, does this feel normal?
Every day
squeeze right here. Do you feel that? Do you feel it?
There's a bit of examination. For
normal.
Anybody listening on Spotify, what I'm doing right now is I am showing you what our every morning looks like. And
not every morning, maybe every other.
All right, fine. Every morning.
I feel like you've been pretty good lately.
Until
we're doing this episode now, all of a sudden I'm
you're going to have plenty of things on the post episode. Yeah. So anybody listening on Spotify, every morning he asks me like, oh, what is this? Like, can you feel this? Whatever. And I have to like literally physically feel.
Right. You got to pretend like you care about it.
I'm not pretending.
There's nothing
I'm not pretending. I do care. But when you do
say, Dan, you're fine. Yes. That looks good. And then I say, you sure? You really think so?
Every time.
It could be like 20 minutes later. I'm like, you really think that? Because now I've been sitting by myself for 10 or 15 minutes just bringing this on. And then I ask you again, and you say, you know what? If you don't think it feels right, then go get it looked at. And then I say, wait, why? You do think it is? Or you think I should go get it looked at? Like, now you're scaring me. So it's like a lose-lose. You can't say anything right to me.
No, I can't say anything right to you.
You can't say it's fine. You can't say it's not fine. I don't know what the right thing to say to that is.
I don't know either, but my response is always the same. Like, because I do care, I actually examine you. I examine him every time, whatever it is. So I examine, right?
Yeah.
And then I tell you my observation. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's, you're good, babe. You're good. But if...
It's not something I'm proud of.
If you are concerned, we pay for insurance. Go to the doctors and go get it checked out.
Yeah, for them to tell me, get the heck out of here. You're fine.
Yeah. Well, okay, so to that point, Dan goes into the doctor's office. If and when he goes...
Oh, man.
He is the worst.
After you wait like an hour in the waiting room to sit there with all the other people that are here for probably the same reasons you're here for. Maybe some people have real reasons to be there.
I would assume there's more than half.
But I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I cannot wait to get in there and tell this guy what is going on with me. Like, I already know. Like, I'm ready to tell him, hey, this is what's going on. I already looked it up. Don't worry about it. I just need this. This is the prescription I need. Mm-hmm. Have a nice day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm sitting there. I already know what I have. This is what I printed out. Like this, if you want to look at it, I don't know if you ever heard of this.
Joking.
Oh, I'm there. I am on top of what's going on.
He's like, listen, Doc, I know you got your notes. I got my notes.
I mean, I've had these guys like,
I know.
I'm like, I've never felt this. I don't normally feel like this. And one doctor actually told me,
yep.
Yeah, you've also never been 35 before. Ooh. Mm-hmm. No, not the answer I wanted to hear.
I know. He called me. He's like, can you believe this guy?
Yeah, and this is like a 28-year-old telling me this.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's younger than me.
He was a young buck. A young buck telling you, well, you've never been 35 before. He's like, what?
Yeah, so that was like a little bit of he's like, what are these, growing pains? I don't know. Getting older pains?
You got
having
me.
Kick pains?
I don't know, babe. I'm not really sure, but...
And it just feels like anytime you look up something, I don't feel like this. I feel like all the symptoms are all the same. Like, do they just copy and paste the symptoms? Like, I mean, what is it? Dry mouth, sweating, bloating. It's like, and as you're going down this rabbit hole of symptoms, you start feeling everything you're reading. I feel like I do, at least.
Well,
sweating.
This guy's like, oh my God, I am sweating.
Yeah, I do. My throat is a little bit sore. Or, rash. Like, is this a rash? I thought that was a mosquito
I've actually witnessed him. I've witnessed him reading these symptoms, right, on Google, and witnessed him experience these symptoms, right? So there's a level of hypochondriac to you, I guess, as a being, right? Some would say, I mean, I'm no pro. I'm not a doctor here. But I would say that my honey bear is slightly a hypochondriac.
Yeah. I just always want to feel like 100, but it's not always like that.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we're
going
to feel stuff. We're going to feel stuff.
It's like I can't even work out and feel great. Like then you're like sore. Then you're like, is my neck sore from the workout, or do I have a sore throat?
Oh
like, is that my... What is that?
Do you guys see what I'm talking about?
It's like that. Put it this way. Like, every once in a while, I don't know if anybody else does this, but you'll get on like this kick of, that's it, I'm going to work out. Yeah. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to run. I'm going to eat clean.
Yeah.
So you get in that little mode and you do it. Maybe you're like 2 weeks in. If you're lucky, you're 2 weeks in now. You're seeing a little bit of results. So I'll hop on the scale and I'm down 7 pounds.
1 week.
My first thought isn't, wow, I'm doing good with this. Like, I'm eating good. I'm running.
No.
We're doing all the right things and I'm down 7 pounds. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, what's my thought? Oh my God, how did I lose 7 pounds? Something wrong with me? You think I'm sick? Why am I down 7 pounds?
Time.
They can't be happier. 7 pounds over, not good. 7 pounds under, not good too. Like, that's my first thought. I'm like, that's kind of a lot of weight. Like, I lost that kind of quick. Like, what's going on here? Like, I was fine. I wasn't happy. Now I'm not happy again.
Yeah. Every single time. And he does. This is a true story. We're not sugarcoating nothing. So
it's like you want that number to be down, but then it is down, and you're like.
Then he starts questioning the how and the why. Right. Then he's thinking he has some sort of like
who knows
tumor. I don't know. He's out of control with his hypothetical thoughts of how his health is or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. So we are just hold on one second. We are just in a
you can say we're doing. You're opening up fruit snacks for Liam, who just ran out here.
Yeah, I am. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm trying to be slick about it.
It happens.
Yeah. Thank you, sweet mommy. Oh, he said, "Thank you, sweet mommy."
Wow, real nice because you gave him fruit snacks.
Yeah, well, I'm
it's the weight of these kids' hearts.
I'm sweet mommy, Dan.
Can I have a cookie? Yes. Go ahead. Oh, you're the best in the whole world.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous.
Cool.
Absolutely ridiculous. Don't worry, Dan.
But my other thing is, you never speak about your.
No.
Why not? I know when you tell me, then I get freaked out because then I'm like, what do you mean? What's wrong? Let me look it up. No, don't look it up. Okay, so I'll go in the room and I'll look it up.
I genuinely.
I don't know if I should tell her, but this could be.
Dan.
We may have a situation here.
Dan's over here Googling
what did you say? Your what?
Okay, so I do not tell you when I.
Your stool looks a little pale. Did you say that? Good. I hope you didn't say that. But
yeah, my stool.
That could be.
My stool's great, Dan. Don't worry. You don't have to look at my stool. Nothing. Okay? No stool samples to Dr. Dan.
No, I've been down that road too. I was like, why did I even mention doing this?
No, for her.
Stool sample.
Yeah. Reality, I do not like even thinking the word sick. So I'm a super kumbaya, positive vibes.
You really are, because
I am.
You'll tell me like, I haven't been feeling good the last 2 days. I'm like, what? You look fine to me. If I'm sick, I'm sick.
Yeah,
the minute it hits me, I'm sick.
Yeah, no.
I'm sick before I'm sick.
Well, because you're playing in your head. You got that man. Yeah. He's got man cold. This is a hashtag man cold. I'm sorry for the guys listening. It's true. You listen to yourself here, please. But
do you think I'm sick?
I don't. I don't. No, I don't dwell on it. I don't like to even think that I'm sick. If I feel slightly off, I power through. I always power through, and I think that's what happened. I got COVID like I don't know, May, April, somewhere, and that was very unlike me. And I told you, I was like, I don't feel good. I'm
that was a rough patch.
Yeah, that was hard.
You were in bed for a few days, but
yeah, I thought I was out for the count.
But it's different when you're sick. Like if I'm sick, it doesn't change.
No,
the household. Except
I was out for the count for a few days, a turn a week, and then a week and a half maybe, and it was like crazy, right? In terms of the kids in the house, like,
can you make me soup? Okay, is that what Google said?
No, soup? Google said nothing. My body wanted soup. I wanted broth, okay? I wanted some broth and noodles. That's all I could take down. But yeah, when mommy is down for the count, there's a big shift in the household. Daddy-o.
I'd almost rather be sick than like I was like, can I just take this and like swap it out?
Yeah, he wanted to swap it out. Not quite.
But no, you do a really good job of.
Thanks, high five on that one.
And you think that's like a mommy thing? Then.
I don't.
So you're saying that dads are like, leave me alone. I don't feel good.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not saying the word dad. I'm saying guys.
Oh, guys.
I'm saying men in general just have a hard time, maybe just thinking that they don't feel well, and it brings down the whole tower. Where women tend to say, "All right, I don't feel great, but I'm going to power through." It doesn't mean it's right. Women maybe should take a minute and say, "You know what? I don't feel good. Let me go lay down." And some do, some don't. I am the one that powers through, which is a catch-22 because sometimes I wish I'm like, just go lay down, Jen. Just go lay down, and I don't, and I just keep powering through, and then it kind of bites me in the butt. So, yeah.
But I look up to you in that sense that you take that on and you have the power to do that.
No, seriously. Thanks, babe. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Don't expect that from me. I need answers and I need them now, and I can't wait to get the doctor. So
I know. Well, as long as you don't walk in and tell a doctor every single time what you think you have going on, because that's exactly what has happened in the past.
But that is what I do. And then a lot of it is, I don't know. One doctor told me, you're bringing this on yourself.
Yeah, he did.
I'm like, what the heck are you talking about?
He did.
And he's like, you know what I'm talking about.
The brain is powerful.
Right. He said you can actually like trigger like feelings in your body of constantly harping on it. Mm-hmm. Like that side pain that I had for...
Oh, God, the damn side pain.
That had to be a year. At least a year.
Anybody...
I would just wake up every morning, I'd be like, and then the more you rub it and the more you mess around with it, now you're causing other pains. Like when you come up behind me and squeeze my neck, trying to be funny. And now I'm like, great. My neck's going to be sore for a few days now. Thanks for doing that. You're just trying to be nice and running.
And I'm over here. I'm like, hey, babe. Oh
yeah, you want a massage? No.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't. I'm gonna be feeling that.
Yeah. That was a long year of your side pain situation.
Yeah. And then Ben got it. He got the side pain.
Ben.
My buddy Ben. I was like, I really think I gave it to Ben. I talked into him so much that I think I just gave that to him.
Yeah. Dan projected his feelings, his side pain feelings to our bestie Benjamin. Ben, I'm sorry. Luckily, the side pain.
We worked through it together, and we're both gone.
Like,
you just gotta wear this stuff down. Like as much as it wears you down, you gotta wear it out.
Well, you gotta wear your mind where this conversation goes in your mind, right?
But sometimes it's just a trip to the doctor. They do some blood work.
They tell you you're fine.
They tell you you're good, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm freaking great. You walk out of the doctor, you're like, breathe in that fresh air. You're like, I am great.
Okay.
Until tomorrow. Now you're like, am I still as good as I was yesterday? And then you start right back over again.
And these are things that we are constantly...
Just can't let myself enjoy something for.
We are literally constantly working through this. Because Dan is not like... You have not been diagnosed with hypochondriac, but really, you constantly feel and think that you have something going on. So things
I was at work the other day, and I'm like, randomly, I'm thinking, it's been a while since I had a sore throat.
God.
I'm kidding you not.
Help me.
5 minutes later, I'm swallowing.
Funny.
And I'm like, does that feel weird?
God.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
You got to catch yourself.
Right. And I've been working on that.
Yeah. And that's good.
And it's not working.
Step 1, acceptance.
God,
right?
I just really hope that I'll get there. I hope I don't transfer this to the kids and then they start in with this stuff.
Well, luckily for us, you have someone that kind of balances you out, right? We have that whole opposite things, and I balance you out. The kids...
Yeah, you definitely hold me together with that stuff.
Yeah. So hopefully the kids kind of see a balance act on that, and they don't, hold on to that little piece.
They will, but I'm just hoping I'm not the only one that feels. I mean, maybe it's not the husband, maybe it's the wife, or maybe it's a guy or a girl that feels this way. I mean, it doesn't just have to be just because it's me.
For sure. So, I mean,
I think there's more people out there that like to. I mean, someone's watching this being like, oh my God, that is my husband. And someone's like, oh man, that is my wife.
I have a few friends.
And if you're not saying anything, then it's you.
And it's you, yeah. I have a few friends that are just like this, and we've had conversations. Drop a comment because you know someone, whether you, yourself, your brother, your titi, your sister, your abuela, whatever, your husband, whoever, you know someone like my dear doctor, self-diagnosis Dan over here.
Right.
But we can work through this together for the sake of your sanity and our sanity. Right?
Right. And that's mainly why we chose this topic, right?
Yes.
Because this is an ongoing thing in our household.
Yeah. It's a daily battle.
Easy.
And,
it's
whoa. I don't want to use the word
not
battle.
Daily. I was fine today.
Fine.
Right for the end, I thought I'd have some good material for today because figures the one day I don't have something.
Weekly.
That's when we're recording, but.
Well, we were supposed to record Wednesday and you weren't feeling hot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know. So fine, it's an every other day struggle in this household. And we get it. We know it. We feel you. So, tips for that is don't Google, right? Listen to your body.
I mean, you tell someone don't Google, but they are.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you tell me don't do it, and I'm like, all right, fine. So I wander off to the room by myself.
All right,
sit
fine.
in a dark room.
Dan is literally
Let's see
sitting
what the hell is wrong with me. Great.
Dan's over here.
What did you do?
Dan's over here enhancing his life policy. Well, I guess Google said life policy up another.
And the more you dig, the worse it gets.
Oh,
it's like the worst thing to do is get to the next page.
It's a rabbit hole.
Start clicking away, and you're like, that's it.
It's a rabbit hole. I see what he does. And babe, were you kidding me? You're gonna drive yourself nuts.
Right, just to have the doctor tell you you're fine, get out of the office. I got.
And we have had plenty of blood work. You are good. You're a stallion. Right. He's a stallion.
Doing good.
Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah. So if you're gonna walk away with anything from episode 3 is, self-diagnosis with Dr. Dan is don't be self-diagnosis with Dr. Dan. Okay? Don't be that guy.
I tell myself that.
Yeah, we're working on it. We are a constant.
I'm getting there.
We are a. Stop it. We're constantly working on this, and we just want to make sure that you all know this, that it happens. You are not the only one. I'm curious to know who else is hanging out with a self-diagnosis doctor like I am. I know we are not.
You're not alone.
You're not alone. But I know we're not the only ones, babe. Right?
Right.
Well, I think that we've kind of covered all bases on this. Your thoughts?
It's out there.
It's out there.
I feel better.
Yeah, why not? As you should.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I think we should wrap this up, right? We should wrap this up, guys.
Okay.
So, episode 3, self-diagnosis with Dr. Dan. Don't forget, don't go down the Google rabbit hole, right?
Try not to.
Try. I know it's easier.
You're gonna, but try
easier
not to.
said than done. Don't go down the Google rabbit hole or the Dr. MD, whatever that thing is called. Go to the doctors. Don't tell them exactly what you have. Let them examine, explore. Let them do their
this is not medical advice by any means.
No.
It might be the furthest thing from medical advice.
Absolutely.
Even if you even consider that this might be medical advice,
you're in the wrong channel.
Yeah.
But always talk to your doctor. And yeah, you're not the only one in this boat. We were right there with you.
Yeah, so we're doing this again next week, right?
Yeah, we're doing it again next week. But I don't think we're talking about any more illnesses.
What day it is will depend on how I feel.
Oh, God. All right, well,
so you better be feeling good because we don't know when it could.
I'm going to feel great.
You better be ready to go. Like, hey, I feel good. We're doing this tonight. Get it on. But what is next week's topic?
Next week's topic, we're supposed to be doing bad mommy, right?
Bad mommy.
Yeah, I'm always bad mommy.
Are there other bad mommies out there?
Oh, I'm sure.
Or are there any bad daddies out there?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
There's always one of us.
I'm actually excited for that one.
Yeah.
Because
it's always a good cop, bad cop situation. Right? I'm always the bad cop.
I just feel like you're good at doing that.
I don't know about that, but I sure as heck do it.
You're a good bad mommy.
Yeah, about that. Whatever. So, can't wait to hear what your thoughts are on this episode for today. Please share with us your experience on the fact that I think we are not the only ones.
Release the hypochondriacs.
Release the hypochondriacs and their partners.
I'm curious. It'll make me feel better.
Yeah, make Dan feel better, but also help me out on this boat too.
Don't tell me what you're going through, because then I'm gonna.
No, it will.
Just simple. I do the same thing.
Yeah,
my husband does it.
If you go into detail of what you do or going through, then he'll probably like project it onto himself.
Yeah.
So regardless, let us know, guys. We are so excited to talk to you next week. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you and your time. Stick around for next week's episode.
We'll be back.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Life, Raw, Real, and Uncut. Please hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. Thanks again for tuning in, and we can't wait to hang out with you next week. Till next time.